Stormy waves surged around the fishing vessel Heart of the Ocean, threatening to swallow it whole, when an inexplicable pulsing light flickered on the horizon from the depths. What does this mysterious glow hold? A warning or a gateway to a world of unknown mysteries? In the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, the fishing vessel Heart of the Ocean was nearing the end of a grueling 2-week expedition. The exhausted crew, who had faced unending storms and dwindling supplies, desperately needed a miracle. Captain Mark Reynolds, an experienced sailor with stormy grey eyes and salt and pepper hair, felt the heavy burden of responsibility for his crew. Each empty net weighed on him like a stone, and the thought of returning home without a catch tested his resolve. "We cannot give up," the captain declared, standing on the bridge and gazing into the sunset. The evening sun bathed the waves in warm light, but hope was fading with each passing day. On deck, First Mate Jake Thompson, an observant and resourceful young man, noticed a strange flicker below. "Captain, look there!" he shouted, pointing at the mysterious glow. The crew, exhausted to the brink of collapse, turned their heads towards the vision. "Change course," commanded Captain Reynolds. His heart raced with a mix of fear and excitement. The crew, despite their fatigue, obeyed, driven by curiosity. No one knew that this decision would change their lives forever. As they neared the mysterious light, the ocean seemed to come alive. Schools of fish darted around the boat, their scales glittering like jewels in the evening light. The crew, once weary, felt a surge of adrenaline. They dropped the nets, hoping to glimpse the secrets hidden below. Among the crew was Sam Parker, a young mechanic with a talent for fixing engines and a dream of discoveries. "Hold on, my beauty," he muttered, gently patting the engine, surrounded by the scent of oil and salt. The ship's cook, Amir Khan, an experienced chef with a love for the sea, continued his culinary magic, with dishes whose exotic aromas boosted the crew's spirits during tough moments. As night fell, the light became even brighter, illuminating the dark waters. The crew was mesmerized, forgetting their fatigue, united by the desire for discovery. However, just as hope began to blossom, a harsh storm descended upon them. Black clouds loomed ominously overhead. "Batten down the hatches!" Captain Reynolds shouted, gripping the wheel. Waves crashed over the bow, but the crew valiantly fought against the elements, each wave feeling like a challenge. Every member of the team worked as one, battling the forces of nature. At that moment, deckhand Lily Johnson, an energetic woman with a courageous heart, spotted a silhouette underwater, a sea turtle trapped in their nets. Without hesitation, she cried, "We have to help it!" And despite the raging storm, she leapt into the water. Lily found herself in the icy water, a whirlwind of waves and wind, filling her ears with deafening noise. She resolutely swam towards the turtle, feeling the ocean's force pushing her back. Every movement was a struggle, but thoughts of the frightened creature fueled her determination. Jake and the rest of the crew watched tensely from the deck, eyes locked on Lily. Their anxiety grew with each of her dives beneath the waves, yet they knew they had to believe in her remarkable courage. The light in the waters around seemed to emanate from a hidden source. It shimmered, casting green and blue hues over the waves, creating an illusion of an underwater fairyland. Jake glanced at the others. "We have to help," he began, and seeing their agreement secured a rope for Lily, throwing it into the water. Lily reached the turtle, her hands shaking from the cold and tension. She sensed the turtle trembling with fear, but in its eyes there was no despair, only a plea for help. With warmth and resolve, she began untangling the nets, tightly binding the flippers and strong shell. "Hang in there, girl," she murmured as her fingers hurriedly worked over the knots. Finally, with effort, she freed the turtle. The creature paused for a moment, then, elated with its freedom, swam away confidently, giving Lily a fleeting but grateful brush of a flipper. "It worked," she shouted, trying to be heard over the storm's roar. Jake and others pulled her back to the safety of the deck, each 10-second heave-ho a struggle against nature's raw might. The collective sigh of relief upon her safe return was palpable. As soon as Lily was secure, the crew paused in awe. The glow beneath the water intensified, illuminating all around the vessel. It seemed they stood at the threshold between two worlds, on the brink of the unknown. What could this mean? Jake muttered, trying to comprehend the enchanting spectacle. Captain Reynolds, snapping out of his stupor, began to speak. Perhaps it's a sign. A beacon leading to something incredible. His voice quivered with excitement and hope that their trials had not been in vain. But as they began to unravel the potential of this mystery, new waves, even more powerful, rose. They were like riders aiming to scrape the vessel down into the ocean's depths. "Hold tight!" the captain shouted again, turning the wheel to steer the boat off the storm's path. The crew operated the instruments with a newfound rhythm, becoming more synchronized despite the panic. The storm raged with renewed ferocity, and the ship rocked wildly with the pounding waves. Yet now they were no longer on the brink of despair, easing as if schoolchildren hearing the liberating end of lesson. Suddenly, the wind shifted direction, as if guiding them towards the source of the shimmering light. The glow in the water intensified, revealing a hidden underwater cave. Driven by a renewed sense of adventure, Captain Reynolds decided to explore it. "This could be the discovery of a lifetime," he declared. "Prepare the diving gear," he commanded. "We need to explore what lies beneath this shimmering water." Lily, still shivering from the cold but with fire in her eyes, remarked, "We can't miss this opportunity. Who knows what secrets await us below?" Jake agreed. And soon the exploration team, Lily, Jake and Sam Parker, with his engineering skills, was ready for the dive. The equipment was checked and soon they were in the water, making their way to the cave entrance. Inside, a magical atmosphere prevailed. The walls of the cave glimmered with the light of bioluminescent creatures, creating an aura of mystery and wonder. It was like being in another world, where nature ruled with light and shadow. Sam, astonished by the sight, exclaimed, "This is incomparable! Look how it shines!" As he spoke, the bioluminescent creatures seemed to respond to his awe, increasing their glow. As the captain had guessed, the cave was a labyrinth of magnificent grottos, each hiding its secrets, but one offshoot caught their attention. A faint, rhythmic sound emanated from there. "Do you hear that?" "What could it be?" Lily asked, listening intently. Enchanted by the sound, they ventured deeper until they came upon something astonishing. In the center of the cave lay an ancient artifact surrounded by gold and silver corals. The source of the rhythmic glow emanated from it, an ancient beacon, forgotten technology of ancient mariners, used for ocean navigation. Jake, examining the complex, suggested, "This is incredible. It seems this device was used for orientation. We need to study it further." They realized that their journey had led to a monumental discovery, remnants of an ancient civilization lost to history. It was decided to transport the artifact to the surface for further study, careful not to disrupt it. When the team returned to the deck, their unity and excitement reached a peak. They knew their discovery would change everything. The stories of their lives would be rewritten and never be the same. "We have crossed the threshold of the unknown, and the answer to the ocean's deepest mysteries lies just within reach," Captain Reynolds declared, proud of his crew. The crew of the Heart of the Ocean was more united than ever, every member knowing they were now part of a legend, a story just beginning to be written. In this vast ocean, full of wonders and mysteries, courage and the pursuit of knowledge had once again triumphed, opening a world of the unknown before them. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to not miss new releases. See you soon.